like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Allan Wade back again with another video. If it's your first time here, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We got the Ricoma MT1501 commercial embroidery machine right in the back of us, and when you see that machine, you know what time it is. Guys, today I'm going to show you how to stitch a logo onto a beanie hat. It's wintertime up here where I'm at, and it's hoodie season. It's beanie hat time. It's time to keep your bald head warm, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do this, and I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible. If you have your Ricoma MT1501, just pull up a chair and watch this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with all of your friends, guys. Even if you don't have this machine, even if you're thinking about buying this machine, watch this video first, guys, all right? So, yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Let's go. Let me show you what you're going to need.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, so as you guys can see, I've done 2 of these hats already right here. Done 2 of them, so I know this method works. It is my method. If you guys want to know how to do it the proper way, then you might want to check out Ricoma's video. But look, it works. It's straight. It looks good. I've done 2 of them, so I'm going to show you guys how to do it my method. I think it's the same way. So what you're going to need is 2 pieces, cutaway stabilizer, right? Water solvay. This is dissolvable. When you pour water on it, it just melts away. It's like magic. You're going to need some spray-on adhesive. And you are going to need a beanie. These scissors are for after it's done. Embroidery shears after it's done. You're going to use these to trim off the excess in the back of the logo. All right, so embroidery shears, those Amazon link down in the description below. All right, so here we go. We have our, oh, and you're going to need this hoop right here. This is the C hoop. All right, the C hoop is, what is it, 150 by 150. Yeah, that's the C hoop, 150 by 150. So you're gonna need C hoop. So separate your C hoop and make sure this is open mad wide. Make sure the C hoop is open very, very wide. Open it too much, it's gonna come apart, but just open it really, really wide because you wanna, you know, we're hooping a hat here. All right, so yeah. So I guess we're just gonna get started, right? Okay, let's do it. All right, one take. All right, so this part you want to really pay attention to, guys, because the placement is really, really important. It can get confusing because you're like, which way do I put it on, right? So I'm going to show you guys a real easy way to remember, right? So fold out your hat like this, right? If you fold out your hat like this, we could do this 2 ways. We could already put on our tearaway right here, but we're not going to do that yet. I'm going to show you how to find the proper placement. So, all right, this is it. Turn your hat inside out. Just turn it inside out, right? Hat's inside out. Boom. It's real easy. All right, hat's inside out. This is the tag right here, right? This is the tag. And this is the front. Well, this is the back of the hat. Inside out, that part of the hat. The hat goes into the machine this way. Boom, right? Because the machine's arm has to go in here, so the hat goes into the machine this way. This is where the machine is going to stitch on, right here. This part right here. All right? Easiest way you can remember. All right? So you have to hoop it like this, right? This is where we're hooping it because it's facing us. But you want to make sure you place the hoop with this little U shape. This little U shape is always going to be on the right side, facing this way. As you notice, this end does not have a little U shape on this tip. It has on this tip, but this is where the U shape is, and it's this end is always going to be facing forward as you're hooping. All right, so that's the easiest way I can tell you to do it. All right, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to use our embroidery shears. Actually, we're going to go ahead and we're going to see how big the hat is. Boom, we're going to just fold this way. It's really not that hard. Boom. All right. Make a little tear. A little crease in it. And we're going to cut off the excess right here. Really should be using some scissors for this, and I have my scissors away off to the side. So boom, we do that. All right, get rid of the excess. Then we're gonna grab our box. Gotta get a box. We got a box on the side. I didn't mention we need a box, so yeah, we need a box, guys.
Hey guys, if you liked what you saw, make sure you hit that like button and throw that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. A-Dubb Productions, yes.
So I got my box right here. You guys can grab your used Amazon boxes or something like that. And the reason why we need a box is because we're going to adhere these two pieces of cutaway stabilizer. So we put it in a box so we can spray it, and it's going to be easy to spray. All right, so just boom, shake that up a little bit, spray a little bit of that on there. Boom, like that. Boom. Boom. Wait a minute, like that. All right, boom, we done with that part right there, right? Done with that part. And we take our hat and we make sure we're gonna put it in like this. All right, we're gonna put it in like this. So we are going to spray a little bit more, and we're gonna place it on the inside after we spray it. All right, so let's spray this part right here real fast of the hat. I mean of the stabilizer. Just spray the top part. All right. Now that we sprayed it, it's gonna be a little difficult, but we're gonna place this inside of the hat like this, guys. And I know some of you guys are going to ask you, can you do this on the SE600? No, you cannot do this on the SE600. This is a commercial embroidery machine. Sometime in life you have to step it up, and you got to get the bigger machine, guys. You're just going to have to work your way up to it like I did. I could not always afford this machine, but through hard work, I was able to afford one, guys. So I'm showing you guys the things that are possible and the things that you can accomplish with hard work and doing things the right way, okay? So boom, I got that in here. Little sticky, not that much. All right, so what you want to do right now is you want to place this hoop on the inside of this with the stabilizer, the cutaway stabilizer on top of it. And guys, already I don't like the way it looks right now. I'm gonna fold this. Actually, I'm gonna cut this part right here because I need it to be out of the way. I need to see something. See something, say something. So I'm just gonna trim this part right here. All right, just gonna trim that because I want to see, because this is like the dangerous way of doing it, because I'm gonna eyeball it. All right, I don't care what anybody tells you, this part is difficult, but it works. All right, so as you guys can see, I am just eyeballing this. I have no like way of telling where the design is gonna go. I'm eyeballing it, and you're just gonna have to have good you're just gonna have to be confident in your skills, guys. All right, so look, all right, you can just measure it with your fingers like this, and I'm aiming for the large part of the hoop to go in the middle. So boom, when I think I have it centered, I go ahead and grab my hoop, and remember I said this side is the way that you're gonna insert it. You get this mouth right here is gonna be inserted in the machine. So I see that my U is right here, so we gotta flip it because it goes in the machine like this way. It's weird to explain, but you'll get it when you have your machine. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm using the sides of this, because it's straight, to kind of line up with the side of my embroidery hat. So I mean my hat, my beanie, these sides right here straight, this side right here straight. So I'm just lining it up like that, and I'm picturing where I want my image to go. I want it to be right here, kind of like close to here. So move that up just a little bit. Make sure that's in the center, kind of, sort of. All right, I can move it down a little bit. Boom, straight, straight. And I'm just gonna push down on it. This part right here is hard. It's difficult, guys, because you gotta push down on it and you gotta get it to go in there. And this material is real thick, so it is very difficult to do. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it or lie to you guys and telling you, oh, it's a breeze. No, this is hard to do because this specific hat is thicker than most hats, beanie hats, and I just love the quality and how it came out. All right, so get that in there. All right, once you get that in there, you got to tighten up that wheel. And what I like to do is I like to hang it off the side of my desk. Let me bring this up a little bit. I like to hang it off the side of my desk, so that way when it's in a little bit, I can start turning the wheel. All right, so it's in this way and it's in on this side. I'm just reaching and making sure it's on the beanie, all different sides rather, and I'm just going to shift this a little bit because I can turn this. I'm just going to shift it a little bit. I'm trying to hold this and I'm just going to shift a little bit. All right, so I straightened it out. All right, so now I can start tightening it up. Very difficult, but it's doable and it works. All right, so now I got my hat hooped. I know it looks little suspect, guys, but trust me, I've done it. We're hooped up, we're ready to go. All right, so let's go over to the machine.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, guys, now you want to come over and put our hats inside of the machine. One thing you want to pay attention to, right, is because this hat is so thick, it's not a regular beanie. It's really, really thick. So what you're going to notice is the hoop is not sunk in as far. So when I go to what we call trace the design, you got to be careful, because I tried to push it down a little bit more because these right here will hit against the hoop. All right, so got it in. Now let's adjust our screen. Bear with me because I am still new, so I might fumble a little bit. So this is unlocked, so we can hit File on the screen, and we'll navigate to our design, which is right here. All right, and we're going to hit OK. All right, that's going to load up our design. We got our hoop selected, but in case you didn't have your hoop selected, you would go over here and select the hoop. In this case, we're using a C hoop, so we would hit C hoop and OK, and the machine would calibrate. What it did was move to set itself up for the C hoop. You hit OK, escape, and then we want to pick the color, which is color number 1. That's what we're using, and we're on needle number 1. And just to explain to you guys the colors, okay, so the colors right here correspond to, see these little colors right here? They don't really mean anything. Now I'm quite sure there's a way that you can program the colors that you see below the numbers to what is actually inside of your embroidery machine, on top of your embroidery machine. Sorry for the jerky camera movement, guys. I'm trying to operate this thing. I have a different tripod here. But right now, you're just going to look on your embroidery machine, and I see number 1, spool number 1 is white, and that's what I want to use for my design. So I hit 1, then hit OK, and needle number 1, that doesn't matter. You don't have to do that actually. Automatic, everything is set to go. All I have to do right now is trace. All right, so we're going to trace our design. Actually, before we trace our design, we want to actually place the design where you want it to go. All right, so you use these little arrows, and that moves the machine. You can actually do that to make it faster. That moves the machine down and up. You guys can't see what it's doing right now, but now if I go slow, if I move it like that, that moves it slower. All right, so I think I want it placed about right here. I want that to be the center, and after we're done positioning exactly where we want our design to go, we're going to actually hit the lock button. All right, and lock it. Now the design is ready to go. Only thing we gotta do right now is hit start. All right, so but before we hit start, we want to not forget about the Aquasoft topping. So we got to put the topping on there. But let me see something for a second, guys. Just tracing the design one more time. All right, and I think it's too close to the edge, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. All right, see that? Now we got this. So trace it one more time. All right, that's cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this button right here, which is going to give it a detailed trace. Hold your finger down. This is exactly where it's going to stitch the design out at. All right, so we're just making sure, once again, that it's not touching the sides. All right, so now we know it's not going to touch the sides. Let's put our Aquasoft topping down over top of it, like so. All right, and then we're just going to press start on the machine. All right, start on the screen. This is the start button right here. This is the stop button right here. We're just going to hit start. When I hit the button, it starts to stitch out. Just like that. And just let it go. You don't even have to hold it. See how that goes, guys? Yes. Ricoma MT1501 doing its thing, guys. I love this machine. Absolutely love it. Like I said, once you get the hang of it, guys, you are going to be stitching out designs like crazy. Makes you so confident you just want to digitize and stitch out everything. You just want to take all your clothes and just customize every last thing. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, subscribe and stay tuned, because I will be doing sleeves with the 8-in-1 hoop. I will be doing some sleeves of some sweatshirts, maybe even some pant legs, and some definitely jacket backs. So subscribe and stay tuned. It's going to be pretty cool for me to show you guys this stuff. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, guys. What do you think so far? I could actually use a screen and I can press plus or minus to make the machine go faster. You hear the speed increase? Or I can slow it down. I like to keep it at about 750. Could run it at 800, 1000, but I like to keep it at 750 because I'm not in a rush. But you could speed it up if you wanted to, all right? The slower the machine goes, the more accurate it is. By that I mean, like, the machine starts to move a lot. So if something isn't hoop tight or something like that, or something like this, right? That the material is real thick, so it's kind of difficult for me to hoop it. So I would recommend running it at a slower speed, just in case this hoop, for whatever reason, started to get loose. All right, so that's what I recommend that you guys do. But so far so good, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Nice close-up for you guys, so you guys can see exactly what is going on. All right, MT1501 doing its thing. Looking good over here. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. All right, now guys, see what happens? Something like this will happen occasionally, guys. So right now it looks like we have a little issue with the thread. All right, we have an issue with the thread. We have a thread break. All right, which is interesting. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what to do if you have a thread break. All right, this hasn't happened to me all day, but actually this did happen to me earlier today, but we're all right. See this thread right here? This is Madeira thread, and to be honest with you guys, what I've been finding is all the hype about Madeira thread, I'm not sure, guys. So I'm gonna pull some thread through to try to get rid of that section that is messed up. All right, and then I'm gonna take my snips and I'm gonna snip it. Pulled out some significant threadage here. All right, now I'm just going to rethread the machine right here in real time. Just drop that down in a hole right here. Right, 1 second. Drop it down a hole right here. It's real easy to do. Very interesting that I would have a thread break while doing this. There we go. Run it through here. All right. Through the little hole. That's the hard part. Got it on the first try. Grab my tweezers. Pull that through. All right. Then put it back through the foot. All right. Grab my tweezers. Make sure it doesn't wrap around the other foot. All right. We got to keep it a G with you guys, just so you guys know exactly what to do if something like this happens. All right. And now we're ready to go again. I'm gonna hang this up here, and I'm actually gonna trim it just a little tiny bit at the top right here. And what I'm gonna do on the screen is I'm gonna press stop, and the stop button rewinds it a little bit. Stop button rewinds it a little bit, and then I'm gonna press start again. But watch, let me stop button. That rewinds it a little bit. And then one more thing we gotta do before we get started. There's a light flashing up here. We gotta flick the switch down, up, then we're ready to go again. So we go back to the screen. All right, let me get a little angle for you guys. Back to the screen, hit start. Watch this. Okay. There we go. All right. Don't know what the stall was. I was thinking maybe it stalled because, oh yeah, it stalled because I backed it up all the way to the other letter. So that stall was because it was switching over from one letter to the other letter. But anyway, looking good, stitching out great. No gaps, like nothing ever happened. Looks good to me, guys. So that's how you fix if you have a thread break. Really, really easy, really, really simple. All right. So let me trim this real fast. I'm gonna stop it. You can stop the machine at any time, guys. Stop it, and I'm gonna trim this right here from our little thread break just to get that out of the way. All right. Just to get that out of the way there. And I'll trim it nicely after we're done. Hit start again. And that's that, guys. All right. So I'll be right back after it's all stitched out. I'm going to show you a little bit more, and I'll let you know if we ran into any more errors or anything like that. Matter of fact, I'm going to run it all the way through just so you guys can be sure. Give you another angle real fast. All right, here we go. All right, you guys just enjoy this whole thing because some of you guys might be saying, hey, we don't know what else happened, if this had any more issues, but occasionally you're gonna get a thread break with all machines, all right? Now, I don't know whether it's the type of white thread I'm using, or I don't know, some thread is more delicate than other threads, you know, so, you know, it depends. Maybe I'm using the wrong needle, I don't know, but because I'm new to this, guys, remember? I'm new to this, so I do know that the white thread that I used before this in the starter pack that came with the machine is not the same as I got now. It's the same brand, but as far as the look of it, it's not the same. This appears to be like a matte white or something like that. And the set that they sent me with the machine is like a more of a shiny, glossy white. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but you know, it is what it is. Stitching good, stitching perfectly, looks fine to me. All right. And it's cutting the letters as it goes along. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let it stitch out, guys. Enjoy.
Just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. A-Dubb Productions. Just like that. Like, comment, subscribe. Just like that. Boom. Wait a minute. Just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute.
Alright guys, now as you guys can see, the design is all finished, and when it finished the machine beeps, and now we simply just take it out of the machine. You know how I do. Take it out. Got our design right here. Alright. Bring it over to the table. Now we're gonna unhoop this. Unhoop it very tight. And we can just tear away our stabilizer, tear that off, and tear as much of the middle portion out as we can by hand. All right, tear that away. And the access, we can, if you have a spray bottle, go get a spray bottle. If you don't, then you gotta use what you got, which I don't have a spray bottle, so I'm gonna use exactly what I have. I'm gonna peel off as much of this as I can by hand. All right, looks pretty good to me. That's about as much as I can get right now. All right, you can use some tweezers and get the rest if you want. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my, make sure when you guys do this, you use Poland Spring. Always use Poland, I'm just kidding guys, you can use any water. So I'm just gonna take some of this water. Actually, before I do that, I'm just gonna make some trims. Just a little bit, tiny bit of cleanup right here. Trim right there. A little loose. You're gonna find that you're gonna do this occasionally with designs. Well, every design you kind of want to clean. I see some people burning the design and stuff like that to get rid of some loose threads. I haven't done that method yet. I'm still new, like I said, so I guess I'll be getting into that soon. Make sure you have a cloth handy so you can dab it dry. I'm just looking for the top of my water bottle here. So I just poured a little bit of water in here. Since I do not have a spray bottle, guys, make sure you go to the dollar store or something and get a spray bottle. All right, I'm gonna get one, but I didn't have one today. So just pour a little bit of water where you see plastic, and it's gonna dissolve. So cool to watch this stuff dissolve. All right, and just, oop, okay, well, you know what, okay, whatever. Anyway. Oh gosh, made a little mess right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my towel and I'm just gonna dab this dry because I just wet it all up. Sorry guys. All right, yeah. Leave it to me to always mess stuff up, right? All right. So now I'm gonna get my other scissors if I can find them. Here they are. And then I'm going to turn this hat inside out. Well, right side in, because this is our design right here. So turn it right side in. And then we are going to trim the excess. Oh, that's stuck on good. That's stuck on there good. All right, so we're gonna come over here and we're just gonna trim the excess. Get close, make sure you don't cut the hat. All right, so I just kind of guide it with my finger. I don't know if you guys can see my back finger there, just guiding the scissors. It's a little method I like to use. A little technique. All right, make sure you get the stick up. And guys, I had this, pay attention because I had this stabilized, double stabilized. So I think that is the key if you want to do it my way without, you know, my way is kind of on site, kind of, you know, I like to do my stuff a little risky, cut corners a little bit, but it works, right? It works, so that's all that matters. So yep, cut around the edge a little close. If you look at most of your embroidered clothes that you get from the store, you still see it on like this. You still see the stabilizer on, right? If you buy something from like a college campus or something. So just trim a little bit of excess over here, right? Little trims, and this is the front of your hat. When you flip it up, bam, here's your image right here. It's gonna look good when you dry it off, I promise. But yeah, so that is how you do a beanie, right? Minus all the water and all the mess. But hey, like I said, I'm new. Let me know how you guys think it came out. And yeah, I'm anxious to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. All right, guys, that was a little rough, but we got it done though, and it looks good, right? All right, guys, yo, thank you for watching so much. I'm glad. It's always fun to make videos with you guys, especially making them like this on the fly. I like to make my videos like this because other YouTubers are gonna like sugarcoat it, right, and act like everything is smooth all the time, but nah, not I. It makes for a very more interesting video when you show stuff like that, when you show wild and crazy stuff, right? Yeah.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby? It's right here, it's right here, it's right here.